Hey, what's up, traders? Friday, the video for Fridays here already. Tomorrow's Friday, March 17th, St. Patty's Day. As Michael Scott would say, the closest the Irish will ever come to Christmas. The SPY had a huge day today, and I'd love to say, well, I'm a day trader, so I had a big day. I almost traded nothing again. I absolutely hate this market, but I'm seeing some positive signs, so let me at least say that. But my tweet this afternoon reads as follows. I said, as someone who only trades stocks and only intraday, which is me, this past week has absolutely sucked trying to find something to trade, especially since I'm avoiding the banks. There's certainly volatility in the bank stocks. The odds are against getting in a bank stock and immediately finding out the FDIC just stepped in and closed it or whatever, whoever closes the banks, right? But I'm just, maybe it's a occupational hazard because I run a chat room. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. So even though there's volatility and probably some great trades to be had, I haven't touched the banks except for I think the first day, and I didn't call it in chat. I think I posted that one. But anyway, so I'm having trouble finding stuff to trade. Anyway, what's the positive stuff I'm seeing? Well, I'm finally seeing a few stocks that are moving on their own, right, and moving nicely. I like the small caps, so hopefully that's where I make my living, is in individual stocks that are making outsized moves, playing pullbacks and that sort of thing. So anyway, I'm seeing a little bit of hope there. Let me just go into the watch list for tomorrow. PCT had a nice move today. We're going to watch that one tomorrow. AM. It's just holding up pretty well, so I'm going to keep it on watch. Also, I don't think I've included this in my videos all week, so just in case somebody's watching this video for the first time. 100% cash every night. I'm just looking for stuff to trade intraday, all right? So pause the video and read that whole thing. It explains what I do. So AM, I'm not in love with it, but it's holding up, I guess, fairly well. You could also argue, well, today was really strong, and it wasn't. I don't love that chart, so it may be one of my least favorite, but I'm going to watch it because it is a recent high flyer. ZIM is back here. It hit basically 25. I'll round up. It hit 24.95. Actually, no, this day right here, it did hit 25. And then you kind of have a little cup and handle forming. So maybe a rip through 25. We catch some kind of a breakout in it. CRBP made a huge move today. So, tomorrow's probably not the day to trade it. But when I say I'm putting it on watch, something like this that gets massive volume for the stock and a massive move and goes out at the highs, and it looks like after hours it traded up to 688. Something like this as a day trader is going to be on a chart in front of my face probably for the next 5 trading days at least. Probably won't be trading it tomorrow, but we'll see. And by the way, that's one of them that's giving me hope, right? To start to see these individual names move. It's not bank related. It's not that makes me think, okay, there's going to be some stuff to trade. Hopefully tomorrow, but tomorrow is quad witching, so maybe it'll just be a lot of stuff, sideways tomorrow too. But next week, I'm optimistic. So hang in there and don't over trade, because it's really easy to get bored and trade when you shouldn't be, when nothing's really setting up. XAIR is kind of a sleeper pick. Had a pop here, red day, and then another green day, and it's certainly interesting over that 3-day high, but also not in love with it. THMO is another one that's kind of giving me hope. It's made yesterday had a topping tail and went down near the lows, and then today ripped. I actually thought this would squeeze in after hours, but I'm looking. Looks like it went out in after hours at 5:29, so it never did squeeze in after hours. I wasn't able to hang around anyway, so who knows? Maybe I would have lost money on it. But that one is certainly an outlier. IBIO is sort of a sleeper. It had a pop back here to 2, and then it broke 2 a little over a week ago. Went to 243, and it's kind of trudging along and then starting to curl back up. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one, and I'll show you intraday. Got this big volume spike in the afternoon. That's actually what put it on my radar, and then I said to myself, let's maybe put that on the watch list. AMBI, I don't love this, but you can't escape the fact that 3 sessions ago, let me give you the numbers here. I got to hover over it. 537 low all the way to 22.24. That's a huge move. Then it gapped up the next day but sold off, and then sold off again today. A much more narrow range than the last 2 days. So I am going to put it on bounce watch just because whenever something can move like this, I mean, that's a massive move. People who are short the stock are aware that it can do this, right? It looks like it did it back here too. They're very aware, and so this one could pick up some momentum on a bounce play setup and maybe give a nice percentage gain. All right, even though it's kind of close to round tripping, I still think it's valid for a bounce play tomorrow. And then ENZ had nice volume today, but that's not why it's on the watch list. In after hours, this actually went up over 260, I think, at one point, and went out, closed the after hour session at 248. So a possible gap play there tomorrow. And then hopefully we'll find some other gappers as well. I'm going to leave it at that. Again, I'm optimistic about next week. Hopefully tomorrow we'll find something too. I'm done babbling. We'll see you guys in the chat room.